Milo Garvanian with a set piece in. Excellent goal! Oh! Is one-on-one with Milo Garvanian. Trying to slip it through on his left foot. Here's Hernandez and a great block by Joe Pickering.
How about that ball ahead to Cameron Fisher? He brings it down.
Yet drew that game 1-1. Perhaps a chance here for Pickering toward Ikoba. His header.
He coached both the men's and women's programs simultaneously.
How about Pickering?
Thaddeus Dennis gets a touch as well. Pickering wins it back from Adi. Pickering chips it ahead. Header by Shells off the crossbar.
Well played by Bellini to control it back to Shells. Pickering has got space. Now looking long again over the top. He's going to have Bellini. Good first touch. Good second touch.
Onion settles, gets it to Pickering. Hernandez to Bellini.
That's your game, and they've launched quick breaks the opposite direction to keep the visitors honest. It looks like Bonage is the lone frontman, and then you have support from Howell and Smith on either wing as Carolina strolling down the far side now. Back to
to try and compensate for the chances Hilly Goldhar's created earlier. Pretty good look forward for UNC. Montez Diaco in front of goal!
I know we've said it throughout the night, but so impressed by a pair of freshmen, Thomas and Shells, in their respective defensive roles tonight. Good ball.
Already 10 minutes gone here in this second half. Have you seen any of the adjustments that you were looking?
Cost you if you're UNH, especially getting a red card and having to play a man down for the rest of the game.
And it goes back to what I've referenced, what John Kerr Jr. referenced to us on the call. Their identity.
He played about 29 guys on the roster this season, and granted, part of that is due to the 7-0 drubbing of Bucknell, but still, as they find Herrera.
Good run far side. To your point, even though North Carolina has the edge.
Number now, 7-0 against the Terriers. We saw another hard foul there by Adi just a moment ago. Long ball ahead, looking for Herrera. Goal.
Carolina. Again, the opportunity to sail.
Picked up a victory over the Boston College Eagles then. Overall, 1-4-1 against ACC squads in his team.
With all those freshmen starting for the Terriers, Joel Tyson, Wofford's head coach, he preached to us what he's looking for tonight and through the rest of the season is establishing an identity.
Is one-on-one with Milo Garvanian. Trying to slip it through on his left foot. Here's Hernandez and a great block by Joe Pickering.
For shot, he waits. And now turned over. Good step by Pickering. Oh, good move.
North Carolina. Ihara turns and runs right into Pickering. Give it away just beyond the 18-yard box. Now it's in the 18.
To show on me.
Turned over. Could the Irish get something in transition to feed a Lynn? And then.
And a great steal by Joe Pickering.
On the pass back to Cole McNally. Now, here comes Jose Kajima.
And you can tell right now the tempo's picking up, the intensity's picking up. That is a tremendous tackle by cleat on it. Showing me the other way, tries to put a move on. That's not really his game. And he'll get the whistle here for grabbing at the jersey.
They don't secondary send that same runner on the left back spot from Charlie Asensio. So when you get a
and again, that's the same combo that broke the deadlock against Georgetown. Uh-oh, bad turnover, falls into
from Loyola that they've done well. What do they need to kind of figure out to get some opportunities here offensively?
The back line for
Robbie's gone, and it's just so many different players.
Right across the hash marks.
Hey. And there's Ernest Bawa, physical play. He's knocked it down as a result and can't catch up.
Tackle by Joe Pickering in the middle.
Koba converged on by 3 Wildcats as they're making a point to not give him an inch today. Gould coughs that one up.
Second leading scorer on the team with 6 total goals. That shot.
Any further than it needs to be. Garvanian is on a yellow card, as well as several other Carolina.
Really exactly what he thinks about when
Koba went for the header. Olofsson was in the vicinity.
Plays it forward now for Banaj. Davidson creating a lot more space and finds Stone on the left side. Great recovery by
Myers, the senior wingback for Wofford. Adi can't control it, and there's Pickering right there again, making a play.
Is where they kind of let North Carolina get some free looks at the net. Lucky to only be tied right now for the Wildcats.
Return adding value, and they're big rosters now. Pickering will switch the point of attack. Great ball.
Fisher again.
The game says, yes, it's a foul. But the subjectivity of it is where you start to get into that spot of, okay, is this ref actually going to force my hand or force his hand here? Excuse me. I have no problem.
Not quite gone that way so far in this one.
Yeah, a throw-in is something that you want every time over a corner kick, especially when you've got a team like we talked about, North Carolina, very technically sound, and a guy like our
Gould also in the area.
Goal number 4 on the season for Herrera, 1-0.
Sullivan to the top. Opportunity. Guided.
And the ACC. Now opening stages of the second. Pickering in a war with Reese and comes away with it.
It's a little risky there. Liberty not successful on the corner count.
And what this looks like historically, this team does not concede a lot, and they certainly don't concede.
Year had injury issues. There, finally transfers to UNC on the ball now. It's been a staple in the midfield.
Bellini one touch back to Bakayoko. Pickering widens out.
Carolina do. This could be problem the other way. Scotty Taylor 1-on-4. Still Scotty Taylor.
Yes, but there's a tempo right now that is eerily similar to some previous games.
Thomas. Stepping into space.
Milo Garvanian with a set piece in. Excellent goal! Oh.
Pretty skillful from the Spaniard.
Headed in, and another chance as her
work to get an opening and try it underneath.
Think number one, but also get your conditioning down, get acclimated. All this stuff plays into it. And you might see that a little bit early on with this.
Before, after, during the game where UNC throttled UVA. What a great game that was. Eric McLean, E.J. Manuel, Mark Rick, led by their quarterback.
Goal-scoring pedigree. You can't really blame Samoano for putting him centrally. Launched.
Needs a comeback in this second half now. Ben Martino stopped Garvanian on a penalty kick in the first half, but couldn't come up with that one.
And see if it can find the head of one of these Tar Heel players. That's a pretty good ball in. And
it's pretty much impossible to put into words how significant Old saving that PK was for the momentum for the kick.
Come on.